This is an example of applying CI/CD to an ML project. I'm using dbt and Snowpark to try to be cool and show you a fun ML example with their new dbt-python integration. But the core story is just good software engineering practice and my kind of basic shell example of that. So on the right, I have this dbt project, and I'm going to make a change to the code base, and then I'm going to open a PR, and we're going to see a bunch of tests kick off within my dbt project, and you're going to watch how that happens automatically with GitHub Actions. So not that you should ever do this, but I'll go ahead and edit this directly, or edit the README file, so not an important change. I'm going to edit this in the UI, and I'm going to commit this to my new branch. And when I do this, we'll be able to come over to my pull request here. I have an open pull request on this branch. And what you're going to see is this CI check starting to run this test. What is this? What's going on? Well, inside of my dbt project, I have a number of different models, including this kind of toy ML example. So we have a Python model. We're going to grab some of the data that we've modeled with dbt. Wonderful. We're going to train your predictive model. We're going to store the model into a Snowflake stage. And we're going to write the model metrics to a table over here in Snowflake on the left. All good stuff. Well, I would hope that as people are making changes to this project, they're testing their code, they're making sure that they're not breaking anything, but with something like GitHub Actions or any CI/CD process, I can start to ensure that. So I have a GitHub Action YAML file here, and this is just telling GitHub what I want it to do. So I want it to use these environment variables, so my account credentials, and then it's going to grab or create for us an Ubuntu environment. It will set up Python 3.8, it will install my dependencies, and the only thing I asked it to do is just run dbt run. I didn't even bother to have it run dbt test. Very lazy example, right? But as we come back here, we can see that all of these, what's happening every time we kick off, or every time we open a pull request in this case, GitHub Actions will pull down the code and execute dbt run, and we'll get to see everything kicking off. So we can see over here, we have a series of models that have been run, and if this then comes back checkbox clean, like just to kind of ram this home, we'll now have an additional record here with our latest model metrics showing the run. But more importantly, if there was an error, it would surface right here. So when I submit the PR, when I open the PR, my code breaks everything. Okay, I need to fix it before someone else merges that PR. So not to say this is how you should do things, but as a representative example, it's pretty quick and dirty to add something like GitHub Actions as your CI/CD server to an ML project. And all the more so if you're using stuff like dbt and Snowpark, because all of the compute is running in Snowflake. So I don't have to worry about, well, oh, it's an ML task where I'm going to need massive amounts of compute or maybe even significant amounts of storage. Like, no. All I'm doing is kicking off an API call to Snowflake. All of this stuff, data is going to, and compute are running there. Data is stored there, compute is running there. So in this case, it actually does work or might scale decently well.